Hello there, Renegade 1812 here, and today I am here to show you the Power Replay cheat cartridge for the PlayStation 1. I used to have a cheat cartridge which was the Explorer, or the Exploder, that was what it was called, over here in Germany. That was the cheat cartridge that I owned, and, you know, for some reason I threw it away, or something, but, you know, this past week I've been really wanting to get a cheat cartridge again, so I finally got one here, and yeah, Power Replay. So the box says Power Replay gives you power to play your favorite games to levels never knew existed. It's kind of weird. And yeah, I actually bought this from this shop. I actually bought it off eBay just days ago, and it finally came in. Here it says no damage. Yeah, kind of a misspell. No circuit jump. Can play all J and U and C games. So obviously NTSC games and movie demo function. Yeah, Power Replay 200E. That's the site's not all too special. Yeah. All right, let's look at the okay top. Okay, let's look at the rear. Just imagine infinite lives, unlimited energy, extra levels, hidden levels, and much, much more. Yeah, this is what, of course, I had on the Explorer from back in the day. I don't have it anymore, sadly. But now I have this, and we're going to take a look at it in a short bit. Power Replay contains hundreds of game-busting codes for all the lastest games. Yeah, this is a Chinese product. Yeah, this is obviously an aftermarket. And looks like these cards are still being made today. You can actually still order one from eBay right now. It's actually €20. It'll be worth it. More chats. Chats. Yeah, more chats can be added as new games are released. Yeah, for the PlayStation 1, there really aren't any new games released anymore, other than, well, homebrew stuff, and like that unreleased Magic Castle game that was made on the Net Yaroze that was, put on the back burner for a good part of 2 decades until it was then found and then it was finally released, and you can basically call it a new game. New entries are added to Power Replay's internal game cheat library. And then here it says Power Replay has a special high-speed communications port for further expansion. An optional comms package allows you to connect PlayStation, well, they should mean your PlayStation, via Power Replay 2 and PC, to your PC, they actually meant, for powerful cheat finding and debugging. Yep, the barcode there and the high-speed comms port. Yes, this is supposed to include. Yes, this apparently is supposed to include the parallel port that you plug this into your PC. Kind of like what the other Explorer had that I didn't own, the Explorer Professional or Explorer FX that actually had that parallel device. Well, I kind of wish I had that one, but nah. I actually had an Explorer, a regular Explorer, without the parallel port on the back for your PC. Yeah. This is not an official Sony product. Well, what do you know? It isn't. So, is there anything else? No. Okay. I guess we're going to open it up now. So, let's do this. Oh. Oh, it opens up like this. Kind of a flimsy box, but okay. Okay. And there it is. There it is. The Power Replay Cheat Device version, CD version. Well, this is supposed to stand for Cheat Device version, not CD version. Looks like it's supposed to come with a spring. Does it come with a spring? Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't come with a spring. That's unfortunate. Well, I think it's an 8mm spring, I believe, but okay. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. Here's the cheat card itself. So yeah, there's of course the port that you plug this into, your parallel port of your PlayStation 1 if it does have one. Well, the one that I'm about to show you does, and I'll also show you the model number of it. That's the on and off switch. And now I can already feel the parallel port on the back that this device is supposed to have, and yep, here it is. 25 pin. I don't have a cable for this though, but I probably will get one soon. Yeah, no information on the back. Well, I finally got myself a cheat card again, except this time with this parallel port on the back that my exploder cartridge that I used to have didn't have, but this one does. So yeah, too bad it doesn't come with a spring like how it's supposed to come. For pushing down on the lid to make the PlayStation 1 think that a CD is inserted when there is obviously no CD in there. Yeah. So, I guess I might as well show you the PlayStation 1 in which I could plug this in. So, there it is. This is my PlayStation 1. This is the original model, and yep, this is it's a PAL console. Well, you can already tell by the symbols. Well, I'll show you. Yeah, SCPH 7502. Well, 2 stands for PAL. Well, 2 stands for PAL. And as we all know, 0 that stands for NTSC-J, 1 for NTSC-U/C, and 2 for PAL. We all know this. So, and the easiest way you can tell this is a PAL console is, well, the icons here. On the open button, it's just, well, it's this. I actually like it, actually. Well, I know that it's supposed to say open, but it just has the icon for open, and the same goes for the power, where it's supposed to say power, but it has just the IO icons that also means power. I think I actually like this, actually. I really like this. So, there it is. This is the parallel IO port in which you plug the cheat card into. There it is. And yeah, let's plug this in. Okay, the cart's in. And now I'm gonna cut ahead, and we're gonna test this thing out. So, with my PlayStation 1 hooked up to this CRT TV you see right in front of you, well, we're gonna turn it on. And now it's time. Oh yeah, one thing in my mind. The reason why I'm using the CRT is to check if this is a PAL or NTSC ROM. So if it's NTSC, if it's great, if it shows up in grayscale, then it's NTSC. Because this television over here doesn't support PAL, while the Samsung modern flat screen LCD TV does. But okay, enough of tech. So let's power this. So let's power it on. And there it is. And yep, this is an NTSC ROM. And of course, this is apparently based on the Caetla interface, I think you call it. So, oh yeah, I have to press a circle. Yes, this is of course the same kind of interface framework used for the Gamers VCD movie player and so on, and for that one other. And yeah, this is indeed the same kind of generic interface framework used for so many others. So yeah, it is NTSC because it's all grayscale. So yeah, let's have a look. Well, let's have a look at some codes. Of course, what I'm going to do is I will obviously, I obviously will be dumping this onto a. I will obviously do a ROM dump of the card, and I will do with Unirom, and basically, back it up onto a memory card, which is what Unirom has, the ability to back up to PAL infinite jewels. So yeah, lots of codes, some PALs, some NTC UC games, some of that. But yeah, it's all in black and white. That's because this is an NTSC ROM. I'm not really showing much detail here. Wonder if this is for the PAL version, even for the German version, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Some codes for Japanese version. So yeah, of course I will be. Like I said, I will be using I will use Unirom that I have on the SD2 PSX memory card, so I can flash it. I can actually back it up onto a memory card. So perhaps, I will probably flash a PAL version of this one. If not, then Caetla probably will do it. Intelligent Cube. Not sure if this is for the. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you won't really know if this is for PAL or NTSC U, NTCJ, whatever. I'll show you all the codes. Oh, that's interesting. MTV Sports snowboarding when it's actually MTV Sports snowboarding. Unlocked setting. My cooking. Oh, no game name. Wonder what the point of it is to include this actually. Yeah, I will be making a ROM dump of it with Unirom, and I probably will show this in. I will be indeed showing this in DuckStation when I flash this onto a blank card that I can load in. I can show you everything in full detail, and perhaps at one point I will probably flash it onto something else. So. Well, at least I'm actually glad I finally have a cheat cartridge again, especially with that parallel I/O port on the back that I can connect this to my PC. Just neat. Rival Schools 2. Yeah, there's actually a Rival Schools 2 on the PlayStation, but it's basically both discs of Rival Schools combined into one. The actual Rival Schools 2 is Project Justice, and that's on the Dreamcast, and the original arcade game being on the Sega Naomi hardware. Well, but the Rival Schools 2 that's on the PlayStations is actually the original Rival Schools with both discs combined, essentially. Yeah, and then again, it's still a piece of shit port. Shipwreckers. So this is obviously for the NTSC version of what's actually known as Overboard over here in PAL regions. Silent Hill. So the Samurai. Well, then again, no codes for the PAL version, which is known as Ronin Blade. Even codes for the South Park games that Acclaim made. All of them suck, obviously. We all know that very well. Even got codes for Spice World. Have handbag mode enabled. Street Skater 2. Suikoden 2. Never had any interest in it. Tekken 3. Infinite Power Player 1. Test Drive Le Mans. Well, here in Europe it's known as Le Mans 24 Hours. And Test Drive Off-Road 3, that's 4x4 World Trophy. But then again, the European Infogrames couldn't use the Test Drive name. Apparently, they couldn't use it. It's only the North American Infogrames who could. Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider version 1.1. Toshinden Subaru. Well, this is Battle Arena Toshinden 4 as it's known here in Europe. There was no North American version of this one apparently. Toy Story 2 Infinite Lives. UEFA Champions League. Well, for which game? 98, 99, 99, 2000, or 2000, 2001? It's never all that specified. And yeah, all three of these games only got released in PAL because, well, then again, it's soccer, which of course still is, huge here in Europe. Underground CD volume. I suppose this is for Pac-Man World, I believe, which has to be on the disc. Yeah, but then again, this is just for the PAL version. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, even all the characters are here. Yeah, even even all the characters, or well, most of the characters, all the kanji, all the kana, and all the Latin letters from the Shift JIS free code base. Well, included in the Sony BIOS, it's all here. And yeah, sorry. Oh, wait. So yeah, sorry about that. The bottle delivery man came and had to bring in something to drink it. Beer for my mom and my whoever, and some soda for me. Okay, anyway, so continuing on. Okay, Vagrant Story, but only for the NTSC versions. Well, but then again, it's a game I'm not necessarily all that interested in. Yeah, it's only for the... Yeah, most of it is probably only for the NTSC versions of these games. There was a Winning 11-4, which, well, I guess that here in Europe it is ISS Pro... Well, in the West, actually, it is ISS Pro Evolution. Wipeout 3, well, I suppose that's for the North American for the NTSC version then. Creation points. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go out there and yeah, of course it has and yes, it actually has the feature to format and delete. But then again, this is also something I'll show you when I dump the ROM and then basically flash it into an image viewer, but nah, it doesn't really work. Oh yeah, this is even something that the Explorer cartridge that I used to own also had. Okay, yeah. And I show all this in more greater detail when I... So, yeah, I will of course show this in DuckStation, this entire interface, but then again, this is basically the same as with Caetla and, you know, other, you know, kind of knockoffs that always use this framework. I actually do kind of like this cartridge. Well, it actually has so much more features than of what the Exploder had, but okay. So, I guess I might as well go on and yeah, I'm going to be making a roundup of it now. And for this, I will be using... yeah, I use this ST2PSX from Kaiko. Has Unirom for, you know, for that with the how do you say, free PSX boot Unirom for, you know, with the BIOS for that particular console. It's 4.1, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this off now. So, oh. I'm gonna turn off the switch there, so, oh. I guess I might as well have to, well, I'm gonna have to take out the, check the cartridge. Okay, so the off switch is just fast boot. The on switch, well, that just turns on the interface. So before I start, I will have to okay, slot 1. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a ROM dump of this particular cart. Okay, I'm going to be putting the cartridge back in. Okay, we're going to take a... Okay. So it's actually loading. So yeah, I have to make sure that the cheat card is out before I can access the free PSX boot edition of... That's unusual. Let me just block this out. Reset. So yeah, I guess I will have to wait for your ROM to fully load or else it wouldn't work. memory card. Yep, 25 pin is what it has. Yeah, that's what I... So let's wait for it to load. Good. Good. Now I'm switching over to the... yeah, I'm going to switch over. So I'll be switching over to when it will say something that I wrote on. Yeah, apparently I've looked through. Well, I guess I have to use this card then. Okay, now I'm going to be putting the cheat card back in. Well, okay, cheat card's in. So let's have a look at the overall menu. All right, status and settings. So 128K row size, Game Hunter etc. So ultimately, I can only flash Unirom standalone here. I cannot flash both Caetla and Unirom at the same time. So yeah, but what I'm gonna do now is I'll do a dump. It's only just one memory card. I'll do it now. Okay, it's been done. I will also check the okay, now it's reading. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this card and I will take the virtual memory card from the SD card saved onto this and insert it to this one, and then I will load it up in DuckStation and see if I can get this to boot. So yeah. And before I actually go, I would actually like to actually flash the card, with something. Well, since I don't have the boot disk, but well, I do have I do have flashed one of the Caetla ROMs onto one of the memory cards. I mean, yep, there. Caetla 38 is what we're going to be flashing this on. And I might as well go ahead and do it. Store card, memory card, auto detect. Okay, it's going to be loading. It's going to load. Yeah, I actually did the flashing on DuckStation, and well, it didn't really work on DuckStation, but well, with real hardware and with this here, it should indeed work. But does it work? Well, that's what we're finding out here. Ready to flash drive, and we're flashing it now. And there we go. Caetla has been flashed. Oh, and of course I will have to, yeah, it's a Japanese, but then again, it has English. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so Caetla version 47 actually has a cheat manager, but this one, it has extend menu. That's also something that also comes with the Unirom boot disk, but okay, I probably will show the version 47 in the in another video. But okay, I'm gonna be leaving now with something to celebrate. Okay, mirror. And now, of course, I'm gonna. So yeah, now, thanks for watching, and I'll be leaving you with some gorgeous music from Mirror to close it off.